Hey Siri, play Mario Judah.
Stop. Alright.
We have started?
How are we going to start? We're going to do a little... I don't know what to do, to be honest.
I'm just so excited to be here right now.
Okay.
I'm smiling.
Welcome back. We are here.
Wait, we're not gonna like pause
Once
and then
again,
do an intro?
Why would we pause? I'm starting already. You're going to pause me now?
Well, we don't even. Do we know what we're gonna fucking be talking about
We'll
today?
figure it out. We're just going to talk. That's what we do.
All right, so
We
let's
just
do it.
talked
Let's do a
before.
3-second pause and then the intro.
That's what?
Welcome back. It's the Spitball podcast. It's been a minute. I believe last October, right? Was the last time? He said
October
October.
something.
29th, 28th, something like that. Around that area. We just like to act like 2020 didn't happen. So it is now October 30th, 2019. And this is episode, I think, 5 or 4. Not sure. We just, spitball. That's what
Yeah.
we do. So we got another member to join the, we're here to talk.
I'm Austin. I'm close friends with Ant and Nick. I've been dying to get on the podcast for a while now, and I'm glad that they were able to start it up again, and I'm just glad to be here.
To be fair, it was his idea, though. He wanted to restart.
Yeah, he wanted to restart everything and bring it back. Oh, by the way, hey, I'm Nick. This is Ant. Austin, Instagrams are right here. And by the way, the man behind the camera, JRC, his Instagram is right
Somewhere.
here.
Somewhere, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, now we're good. We're set. We're established. Right? We're good to go?
We are
Is that your
established.
intro?
Yes.
You fine with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that, man.
Okay.
All right, I just feel like.
What's the most important thing that we want to talk about right now?
Well, I mean, if we talk about the most important thing going on right now, I think it's blatantly obvious.
What, this?
The thing that's obvious right now is my
Can
dog
you move him? Just
licking his balls in the middle of the set right
Can
now.
you get him
That is
off the
most
set?
obvious. I just feel like,
I'm not
it's.
touching him.
Me either.
He's just going to
Then
stay
he's
there. I don't
staying.
know if he's going to pick
Bought
up the
you
sound
staying
and,
in-
like,
Taking it,
himself.
I hear him in my headphones.
You still can?
For everybody.
Yo, get him off the set.
Oh, man, okay.
He's crying.
All right, 30-second break.
Just pick him up and move him.
Bro, you were... Do
See, look, I'm just going to deal with that.
He's staying. He's staying.
you have somewhere to be today here?
No.
You want to hang out with your girlfriend?
Yeah. Alright, so everybody knows, well, I'm assuming everybody knows, if you watch or if you know me, I'm a Giants fan. It sucks, but I'm here. Nick is a Vikings fan. Austin is lucky, and he's a Steelers fan. And his team has a winning record every year. So, they also, like, they're still undefeated. Yeah, not what, 8-0?
8-0, yeah.
8-0. So, as things stand, I know it's like, yeah, they're undefeated, and they play well, right? Some people think they have an easy schedule. I don't agree with that. My pick before the season, and I'm still rocking with it, to win the Super Bowl, to go to the Super Bowl, is the Chiefs. And just like I still think this year Patrick Mahomes is MVP. The only other person, in my opinion, who's comp for Mahomes for MVP is Russ. And Mahomes has a better record. He only has a few less touchdowns, way less interceptions, more passing yards, higher completion percentage. Mahomes MVP. Chiefs win the bowl again, back to back. Could have been 3 in a row.
Could have been.
Could have been. Should have been.
Was it offsides or a neutral zone infraction or
Whatever.
something like that?
Like, yeah, who knows?
Who was
The
it?
Patriots.
He's on
you know how
fraction
that
like Chris
goes.
Jones.
Chris Jones, that's what it is. Yeah.
Chris Jones.
They
yeah.
line up in like the neutral zone or something
Yeah.
like that.
Jumped off.
Yeah.
And so I got the Chiefs still. So I don't know. What do you think? As a Steelers fan.
Well, I think that's fair to say. Definitely, I am a Steelers fan, and like I'm hoping for the best. We're 8-0. Like we got a couple tough games like to still play. I think we play like the Bills, the Ravens are in there. Colts are gonna be a tough game for us, and I think that's.
Do you think it's actually possible you guys go 16-0? Because people are saying that. I don't believe it. I just think it's so hard for a team to go 16-0.
I think the two toughest games for us are gonna be the
Ravens.
the
Again.
Ravens and the Bills. Definitely,
Yep.
they are. They're good teams, so
Yeah.
we're gonna have to play our best.
The first Ravens game was like, it wasn't too close.
I mean, they were killing us in the beginning of the game. Like they were running it down our throat and everything.
First half they had it, they were controlling the game, but like the thing about the Steelers is like, and I would not be surprised if they go into the playoffs and they knock the Chiefs off, or if they knock the Titans off or something, because they have the defense to do it. You know what I'm saying? If Ben is there,
Yeah,
that's
I feel like the defense can hold us in games like with anyone. I think like they can hold us in there with the Chiefs, but obviously like you got to go up against Patrick Mahomes and he's different, and you got to cover and account for so many guys on the Chiefs.
yes, he scores on anybody.
So like it's tough, but right now, I think we're definitely the first or second team in the AFC, if not the first. But the Chiefs are definitely at top right now.
You guys deserve to be first. You're 8-0. You know, like it's not. I'm not gonna say they're not the best team. Like as it stands, they're the best team because the Chiefs played like shit. They played like shit, honestly, like against a few teams. The Raiders, by example, the Chargers, they didn't play well. And they have like a tendency where like they get behind and then at the end of the game, Mahomes like, all right, and they start coming back. But I don't think they would let that happen against in a playoff scenario or like in a close, like a tough, important game. But you never know because in the playoffs last year, Texans they were down, Titans they were down, and then in the Super Bowl as well, right? Were they down in the Super Bowl? Yeah, they were down in the second quarter in the Super Bowl, and
they were down every game in the playoffs.
They were down in the fourth quarter. They came back, but if I had to say it, I'd say Chiefs, Steelers, AFC Championship, and from there, obviously, I want to see the Steelers go to the Super Bowl, so I'm going with Steelers to the Super Bowl this year.
I think that's fair. It's like you're not like you're a Steelers fan, but it's fair. Like they're 8-0.
I gotta go with them. NFC wise, I think it's wide open. I like the Packers this year.
I like the Packers. Yeah. I like Packers. Aaron Rodgers is my guy.
Packers, Bucks, if the offense starts rolling and stuff like that, with AB.
I have a question about that. So the Bucks, they're two. They how many losses they have? 2? 3?
3.
Well, I know 2 of their losses are against the Saints.
3, right?
Yeah, 3 losses.
They lost to the Bears.
Do you think the Saints? They lost to the Bears. They could have lost to the Giants. I'll get into that. So, do you think it's the Saints? Like, you know how like it's a divisional game. Divisional games are just naturally tough.
Yeah.
The Saints are a good team, but do you think like the Saints just have the Bucks number? So if the Bucks can avoid the Saints in the playoffs, do you think they can go to the Super Bowl, or do you think come playoff time, because they were kind of blowouts too?
Yeah, they weren't really close games,
especially last game with 38-3.
That was bad.
You know,
Tom Brady, sellout.
When it comes to if you got Brady, you gotta someone 3 points.
What do you think?
The Bucks are fake.
You
think so?
They're fakers, bro.
You think so?
The Bucks are fake. The Bears are fake.
Oh, the Bears are fake. We know
Bears
that.
are fake. Because they're in right now. The season ends today. But this is the midway point.
I think the Seahawks are fake.
Let's see.
The defense is atrocious.
Seahawks are fake. Yeah, Seahawks. I think Seahawks are fake. I think there's very few contenders.
From NFC, I think I would be more afraid to play the Rams in the playoffs than I would the Seahawks, just because their defense is. And I know you have Russ, and the Rams' offense is shaky at times, but they have a good defense. The Seahawks, it doesn't
can't
matter
cover anyone. You could have us out there.
It doesn't matter how many points they score. The other team always seems to keep it close. Like they don't blow anyone out. Their defense doesn't hold anybody. So look at the Cardinals game. It goes. The Seahawks should have won that game.
That's a team I like.
The Cardinals.
Yeah, I like the Cardinals.
You think they?
You think they sneak in, get a playoff spot, or what?
I think they can get in.
It's gonna be 2 teams from that division.
I think it could be 3. In that division.
Oh yeah,
it could be
they
3.
Expanded this year.
Yeah.
Well, all I'm saying though is like, yo, my boys, they're coming.
Okay.
They're coming.
All right.
Look, easy schedule remaining.
All right, talk about it.
Look, here's the thing here. I'm gonna just touch on the AFC real quick.
Oh wait, I just want to say, I'm sorry to cut you off. I also do like the Saints this year, even though they do fold every year. Listen, if they avoid the Vikings in the playoffs, I think they have a good shot. But that's just my thing. But continue, Nick.
AFC. Let's see. Ravens are fakers. They'll get there. They'll lose. I like the Titans. I like Derrick Henry a lot.
Bro.
That man, he's just a beast. No stopping him. A.J. Brown. I do like if the Dolphins can pick up at the pace that they're going for the rest of the year, they're a team to look out for. Tua's doing his thing over there. Week 1. His opening week. It was rough. He only had like 17 passes, but the thing was they got the win. You know. Last week was a good game by him. If he can just keep up his pace, the Dolphins they're a contender. Let's see, who else do we have in the AFC right now? Steelers are winning the division.
They could win the division, the Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't see it.
It's them and the Bills. But
yeah, it's possible because the Bills play you guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
And wait, did they play the Dolphins yet? The Bills?
No,
I don't know.
But
I was big on the Bills. I was huge on the Bills. But the last couple of games I watched last week, they made a statement. Yeah. They made a statement last week.
They definitely had. They were up. They came down a little bit, and now they're back.
Yeah.
Josh Allen started playing well again. I think for AFC though, it's hard for me. It's
hard to go against the Chiefs. It really
is. It's hard for me
is.
to bet against the Chiefs.
It really is.
And the only team I really think can beat the Chiefs because of the way they're set up is the Titans. And I don't. If you look at last year, but Tannehill's throwing the ball a lot better this year than he was last year. They're not relying on Henry as much. And. So I think It's hard to say.
He's not gonna stop.
It's hard to say. The Chiefs defense was.
By the way, that commercial break was brought to you by Wawa. American runs on Wawa.
It's not the saying.
They have a thing. A motto.
Just like we're the shit, pretty much. That's what I've been told.
That's good. I like that.
Okay.
Okay, so continue on what you were
Saying
elaborating
yes.
on.
Okay, so the AFC, right? It's gonna come down to the Chiefs out of Kansas City, and probably the Steelers out of Pittsburgh. That's good.
I think Steelers over Titans in crunch time. I mean,
Well,
I'm not mad at it.
I think that the
Either way.
Steelers are going to have to go through the Titans, and I think it's a matter of where that game's being played. I think if that game is in fucking, what the hell, where do you guys play? Heinz Field?
In Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
In Pittsburgh.
If the game's at Pittsburgh, what is
that's
that,
fair.
like January?
Yeah.
You know, I think that the Steelers can take that.
It's gonna matter if they beat the Ravens the second time. You guys pretty much locked the division. If you lose to the Ravens, they can catch up. But I think you guys beat the Ravens. I just think the defense is too good.
Bro, Lamar's...
No, he's.
If you force Lamar,
It gets me so mad. They're like, Lamar, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. He's not. He can run.
I like Lamar.
No, yeah, he's cool and everything, but he's just not. I don't think he's what they make him up to be.
Here's where I'm at with it. Right. Last year, I don't think he should be unanimous MVP. I think Russell Wilson never received one MVP vote in his entire career. This is the year for him, right? The media is like, they made a big deal about that last year, and he started off good. So I think this year he's going to get some votes, but ultimately Mahomes, I think, will win MVP, right?
Oh yeah, if the season ends today, Mahomes got it.
Where I'm going with it is, Lamar's a great player for what he does, but the Ravens they can't change it up because teams now know, like, okay, we'll let them run. Look at the Steelers. The Steelers game, first half, they were running. First 100-yard rusher all season, J.K. Dobbins, right? The Steelers don't ever allow anybody to run for 100 yards. Saquon, no.
Derrick Henry,
no. Anyone else they play, they keep them under 100 yards. Even last year, the Ravens, they kept them under 100 yards.
Oh, this is the last game of the year, the Gus Bus game.
Okay. Well, point
Yeah,
is,
owns us.
Steelers defense is amazing, right? Second half, they say, you know what? It's a closer game. Lamar's gonna have to make some throws, and he's making some. He can't make that throw into the tight window, in my opinion. I mean, he can improve, but I just haven't seen it to where he's able to improve. So now they're talking about Kyler Murray is better than Lamar. I'm not ready to go there yet.
I am ready to go there.
I won't tell someone they're wrong for saying that because they play similar. Yeah, Kyler's not like elusive like Lamar. He's not gonna like floor you with his juke moves, but he'll run right around you. He'll throw it over the top. You know what I'm saying? He's a problem.
He's got a cannon.
So and granted, he has better weapons on offense, I would say. But the thing is that he has better receivers. He has D-Hop, Christian Kirk, Larry Fitzgerald's reliable. Lamar's receivers,
Hollywood Brown,
Willie Snead. I don't think they have the right receivers for him. They
Nah,
need big targets. They
nah.
need guys who can do 50-50 balls, and I don't think they have that. But
I personally think that.
I think Lamar's great. He's great. However, it's the system that he's in, and he has a great defense. So it can, if there's times that he makes a turnover or he can't get that big explosive pass that blows the game open, like the defense can get him back into it, give him more opportunities. But and they run the ball as well. Vinny's always saying that he wants them to run the ball even more. I don't know how it's possible if they run the ball a shit ton, but
Look, Fetty Wap, Lil Nas
I know where
X,
you're going already.
Silly Bands, Lamar Jackson. You know all these things have in common? They're one-hit wonders. Okay?
Gotcha.
Lamar, one and done.
Okay.
He had his reign. Yeah, what does he have? 5 losses in his career. Big deal.
Well, that's the
Not
thing, too.
legit.
That's the other thing, though. Is his losses are in big moments. They're in he has 2 playoff games. He lost both.
All right, so
I feel like this whole episode so far has probably been shit.
Right.
Back in business.
We are back in business.
All right. Nick left. He had to go do something, so we're just gonna
Yeah.
pick it up, man down. I honestly forgot what we're talking about. So look, what I wanted to say before Lamar,
and
I think Lamar's good. I think he's a great player personally.
Yeah.
I just think he's he's somewhat one-dimensional. You can't rely on him the way that you can rely on someone else.
And that's the thing. I love about Kyler Murray is he spreads the ball out
I see
to
Kyler
everyone.
getting better, and better and better and better. And Lamar, I feel like he hit his peak and he just
like
I think he hit his ceiling already. Like,
obviously, Lamar's a better runner, like no question about it. But Kyler, he can run. He can throw the deep ball very well. He throws.
Yeah, Kyler's accurate.
He could sling it to the outside for like corner routes and stuff like that. Like he can throw fades, like everything. Like he does it all. Like and it's his second year. I've seen a big like progression from his rookie year to this year. Like unbelievable. Like I think he could be in the running for MVP. In my opinion.
If he keeps it up, yeah. Sure. If he finishes with like, what does he have? 24 touchdowns.
24 touchdowns.
Finishes with like 40 touchdowns and like 40 passing touchdowns or whatever, and then
he's got a couple rushing
touchdowns like that. You know, you gotta give him his credit.
Like
he might get close to 1,000 rushing yards.
I think he's at 560 something right now at midway. So
it's possible. It's definitely possible.
Definitely a great player.
Last year I was like, he was good, and I saw flashes, but I don't think that. Well, now he has D-Hop. So last year he was limited. Yeah, Christian Kirk and Larry Fitzgerald. That's 1 and 2. Now they're 2 and 3. So
I've been a big fan of him since he came out of Oklahoma.
I remember last year, like we gave him offensive rookie of the year, and I was like, okay, I get it, right? And I just remember thinking last year and all offseason, I kept telling everybody, well, if you look at the stats, right? And this may be me being a Giants fan, but if you look at the stats, Daniel Jones had more passing touchdowns. Yeah, Daniel Jones has the turnover problem, but I was like, it's not. I thought, and I could be wrong, and maybe I am wrong. I thought at one point Daniel Jones and Kyler Murray were somewhat in the same category. Now this year, obviously, Kyler Murray is way ahead of Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is kind of playing like shit. It's all right. And something I was going to say before when we were talking about Steelers is that the Giants have a similar built team to how the Steelers are built in the sense that the Giants, their strength is their defense. They stay in the game. Right, and they've been in so many. All their games have been close, minus that 49ers game, which is just so weird because we got blown out by the 49ers, which, if you really look at it, has been one of the worst. That team should have been one of the easiest games on our schedule because everybody was hurt. Jimmy G was out, Richard Sherman was out, Nick Bosa was out because they got hurt the week before playing
Kittle.
The Jets. Kittle was out before they were playing. They were playing the Jets the week before. Remember when they were complaining about the turf?
Yeah,
MetLife.
Yeah.
So. We lost that game. That was the only blowout game. But aside from that, we have 4 losses, less than three or less points. Our defense keeps us in the game, and Daniel Jones, he can't win the game for us. And he's young, and he has a turnover issue. That's partly because of him, and partly because our O-line is shaky. You know, some games they play all right, some games they play horrible. So this is the Steelers thing, is that they keep him in the game, and then at the end of the game, you can say, okay, Ben, we need you to get us a touchdown. We need you to run this 2-minute drill. Or whatever the case is, and like I said, Daniel's young. But you look at the Steelers, they're 8-0, and the Giants are 2-6. So that's how much of a difference that can be if you have that quarterback who can take the game over when he needs to and win the game for you. And I don't feel that way about Lamar because they play differently. Obviously Lamar, they run the clock out, they dominate time of possession.
I just don't think they can get down.
Right.
If they're down,
they played the Titans and Derrick Henry went crazy.
Yeah.
And if another team is controlling the ball and they score at the end of the drive, sometimes the Ravens just don't have enough time. They don't have enough time to
do what they want.
So long. And then when you don't have enough time, you got to drop back and make a pass. And
that's what happened last year.
Unfortunately, I don't think Lamar can do it. Under serious pressure against a top defense, right? It's harder. The game slows down, and. Yeah.
Well, we shall see. They play the Steelers.
2 weeks?
Next week they play.
Yeah.
They play it, but yeah. So we'll see. I mean, it was a great game. Like the first game they played this year was.
Yeah, it was good. I watched the whole game.
It was a great game. Besides, I mean, Lamar he played all right. I mean, he had a couple mistakes that
it could have gone either way.
Turnovers.
It could have gone either way.
But we'll see. Hopefully, and for another great game
with the Giants, right? Because I'm so unfortunate to be a Giants fan, and I watch the Giants every week, right? So I thought after we lost the first game the game against the Eagles, we played them this week. So our first game against the Eagles, where we were up 11 with 5 minutes left, and somehow managed to lose. I still don't know how. I don't get it, but it happened, right? It happened. Boston Scott scores a game-winning touchdown, right? Shit happens, right?
Fantasy player that week.
Somehow, because the division is so bad, this game against the Eagles, if we beat them, we're tied for first. Or I think we're a half game out because they have the tie with the Bengals.
That's funny.
Whatever. If we we win this game, we're on a 2-game winning streak. We really should be on a 4-game win streak because we should have beat the Bucs, in my opinion. We controlled that game. We let it slip. We should have beat the Cowboys. That was when Dak got hurt. and then we should have beat the Eagles that 1 week. So this could be our 3-game win streak going into a 4th win. So it's frustrating, and this could also again be me being a Giants fan, optimistic. But from what I've seen, I think we play. Well, this year the Cowboys it's just don't count the Cowboys, but
Garrett Gilbert though.
I think we played better. I think we played better than the Eagles. Like if you watch our games, we're competitive. We usually lead most of our games, and then we let it go in the 4th or at late 3rd. We're competitive. I think we have a better defense than the Eagles. Bradbury's playing out of his mind. Blake Martinez is playing out of his mind. Leonard Williams is playing great. We have guys on every level of defense that are playing great. Last week we had 5 turnovers. Yeah, it was against the Redskins, which whatever. Turnovers are turnovers. That's why we won the game. Necklace. Not to move so much, right? Yeah. Part of me, 50% is oh, why don't we just say screw this season and just, wait for next season. We don't have Saquon. Injuries to a bunch of other guys, but we're still in it. So it's we might as well. You know what I'm saying?
Really
if we win the Eagles
thing,
game, if we lose the Eagles game, the Eagles go up, they have 4 wins, then it's all right, it's kind of over. We're not going to make up that ground. But if we beat the Eagles, then you might as well just go all in. And the first half of our schedule was hard. We played the Steelers, we played the Rams, we played the Bears, who are, I think they're pretenders as well, like Nick said, but they're a good team. And so it's it's hard for me. The worst thing about there are some times where I wish that we would just go 0-16, so I would know what to expect going forward. Because Daniel Jones, I still don't know how. I like the guy, but it's do we think that if we had a better quarterback, we might have a few more wins? Because the Bucs game, he cost us. He cost us 2 stupid turnovers. The Steelers game, I think you guys probably win that game anyway.
But he made it. He made it close, and you said,
he was playing well. He played well.
That
was one of his best games of the season against probably the best defense we'll play all season. And he so I don't know. It's hard. Watching football on Sundays is not fun. It's not fun. It's the worst thing ever because we play good and I'm excited, and the 4th quarter comes and I'm sitting there biting my nails because I don't know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
And I thought when we lost the Eagles game, that was it. I was watching on my laptop. I slammed my laptop. I almost broke my laptop. I was so mad. But we're back in it, so you really never know. So I guess this is an important week for us.
I think it's crazy that there will be a team from the NFC East
the division
hosting a playoff game.
It's gonna be 6
at
wins.
Home, possibly
it's gonna be 6 wins.
Winning 5 or 6 games.
It's gonna be 6. I think it's gonna be 6. I don't think that. If I'm a betting man, I think the Eagles do it with 6 or 7.
I would love to see a 5-win team,
but I can't see the Eagles. There's no way the Eagles go and win 8 games. I just don't see it.
I'd love to see one of these teams, Giants, Redskins, Cowboys, Eagles, 5 wins, host a playoff game at their home stadium, and knock off one of these other teams that comes in there. That would honestly be great because the media and everyone around it would just blow it up and go crazy. So that's something I'm really looking forward to.
Our division is so bad that they're saying that they want to restructure it. They want to have different playoff seeding.
Yeah.
So that it just NBA where it's best record. It doesn't matter from each conference or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They want to do sort of similar stuff like that. I'm not against that because I think last year last year the Cowboys and Eagles were playing last game of the season. They were both 7-9. Yeah. So if there's a team, there shouldn't be a team who's 8-8 hosting a playoff game when you have the Seahawks and Niners from last year who both won 12 games and one of them is playing a wild card game. Yeah, I think that's unfair. Yeah. But I also know from what I've seen, the Eagles have injuries. To be fair, the Eagles have injuries everywhere. Wide receivers, running backs. Miles Sanders not playing. Their line is out. Their defense has so many injuries. So if they get everybody back and healthy, I think they can easily knock off one of the wild card teams, depending on who it is. And with the Giants, like I said, I've watched every game. We're competitive with every team we play. So you never know. If we somehow were to be able to sneak in, we're going to have to catch momentum anyway. So we're going to have to go on a streak. We're going to have to win out of our last 8 games, maybe 5. Probably 5 of our last 8, which I think is possible with the way we play, but we just don't know how to finish the games off. So I think it's extremely possible for the Giants or Eagles to somehow get in the playoffs and knock a team off. I wouldn't bet on it. But, it's possible. There's just weird circumstances in the NFC East. Like I said, the Cowboys, Dak's out, Zeke's playing like shit. the line is hurt and old, and they're kind of on their way out. The defense was never good to begin with. Mike McCarthy blows games for them.
Last
straight
week
up.
against the Steelers,
His
I don't know
decision making is so
what
bad.
that man was thinking.
Yeah, so
that was bad.
I don't even count them, but that's just so.
What you were saying though, like with like the different like seedings and stuff like that. I think there was a time before a lot of the 49ers players got hurt.
Yeah.
I think that division with the Seahawks,
They could
Rams,
all go, they
49ers,
could all
Cardinals,
be in the playoffs.
that's, in my opinion, easily the best division in football.
I agree.
Easily.
I agree.
And I think that all four of those teams could have found a way somehow to get in. But with the 49ers going down with a bunch of injuries and stuff like that, Nick Mullins under center at QB. So
Yeah, I mean, you look.
I think they're done.
You look at the Cardinals. Last year, they picked what? They picked right after us, because they picked Isaiah Simmons, who I wanted in the draft.
Yeah.
And that was the worst team in the division last year. And
What they
I
finish with,
think
like
they
6
were
wins?
6-10 or 5-11,
Something like that,
One of the, and now they had basically they have somewhat the same team because they don't even use Isaiah Simmons as much as they should.
Yeah, I don't really see him play that much.
He
Never
doesn't
really,
play
he
as
had a pick though against the
Against
Seahawks.
the Seahawks.
Yeah.
They add just pretty much D-Hop, and now they're just a completely different team. So they unlocked that part of their offense, and now they're one of the best teams in the division, one of the best teams in the NFC.
The highest scoring offense in the NFL.
Yeah. So that division is stacked.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is. The Seahawks, even with no defense, are still 6-2. You got the Rams, who are always good because they have great coaching. The Niners, like you said, without the injuries, I mean they lost literally their best players were injured.
Literally.
Nick Bosa,
Thomas.
Solomon Thomas, so like that division stacked. So I wouldn't last year I wouldn't have been mad if 2 or 3 teams in that division have a home game. Like it makes sense to have that instead of the Cowboys, the Eagles, who just last year they looked like they didn't want to win. Like they're literally
I felt
playing
like
each
the
other
Eagles could have won though that game last year they were in.
against
Wasn't it the Bears or something like that?
what last year in the playoffs?
Who did they play first round last year? The Eagles.
To be honest, I don't remember.
So like not to switch anything up though, but
yeah, so
that's
move
move on with like the topics.
Steelers,
and stuff.
Giants, like we got both ends. Like I have probably the worst experience. Well, I'm not a Jet fan. It could be worse always, but But I don't have fun watching football. He has fun watching football, but you never know. So I think next year is gonna be crazy as well with the Giants. I think we're gonna get better. But yeah, like you were saying, Nick was here before. Okay, I just want to say something. Nick was here before, right? He got a notification on his phone. Austin and I are Yankees fans, diehard, lifelong Yankees fans. We're from New Jersey, okay? New Jersey people, New York people are like 90% Yankees fans. It makes sense, right? The best franchise in sports, 27 championships. How are you not a Yankees fan if you live in this area, right? Nick's a Mets fan. Don't know why.
There's exceptions to Mets
Couldn't
fans.
tell you why, but he is. It's the truth, right? Nick got a notification. The Yankees are willing to accept or at least listen to trade offers for Gary Sanchez. Now, I just want to say something. I just want to make this clear to all these cameras in this room right now and all the people watching at home. I just want to say something. I don't care if the Yankees trade Gary Sanchez for a new baseball bat and a bag of sunflower seeds. I don't want him on the Yankees. I hate him. He sucks. He's overrated. He doesn't know how to play baseball. I feel the same way about Evan Ingram. I'm not going to talk about that right now. So I have somebody on all my teams that I feel this way about, I feel very strongly about, and I don't want them to be on my team anymore. For the Yankees, it's Gary Sanchez. He had like 1.5 good years. He was great. He was hitting home runs, 450 feet. Like, wow, look at Gary. Catcher, he's hitting bombs. He sucks. Can't catch. He has a good arm, whatever. Can't catch. He catches on one knee. He looks lazy. They do it. It's like analytics. They make him catch for analytics. I think they tell him that he frames better or something. I don't care. He sucks. He's slow. He lets balls go past him. He strikes out 99% of the time. He hits like 120 in the major leagues. Listen, I played baseball in high school, right? I was okay. I was decent. I was a decent baseball player. I quit. My junior year of baseball, I quit. I'm sorry. I don't want to yell. I don't want to get loud here. Put me up to bat, right? And I want to give credit to all these pitchers out there. Great pitchers. They get paid millions of dollars to do it. You put me in that box 162 games a year, and I can hit what Gary Sanchez hits. I swear to God, I'll hit the ball as much as Gary Sanchez does. I'm not going to hit the home runs. My average, it's gonna be like Gary Sanchez. He got to go, period. Okay? It's a big offseason. All kinds of free agents. The best player on the Yankees, or at least pitcher on the Yankees. We paid him the most money on the Yankees. He makes more than Stan, right? Cole makes more than Stan?
I think so, yeah.
He requested to have a different catcher catch for him.
Yeah.
He doesn't want Sanchez to catch for him. That's the guy we pay the most money on the team. The Yankees win every game, basically, with Garrett Cole on the mound. Every game. And guess what? You know what that means? Garrett Cole's on the mound. Gary Sanchez is in the dugout. He's not playing. So why do we have him? Why do we have him? He doesn't hit, can't catch, he's lazy. I personally think they need to trade him or get rid of him or something before his value just gets worse and worse and worse, because every year he just gets worse and worse and worse. So the Yankees, they lost against the Rays. I hate the Rays. Can't stand them. Glad they didn't win the World Series. Super happy.
Definitely.
Screw the Rays. It's a big offseason. DJ declined his
Player option.
his player option. They're going to resign him, but they're actually about to announce the award winners in like an hour, 2 hours.
Yeah, 6 o'clock.
If he wins MVP, which we think that he will, and I think it's deserved. Like, he definitely deserves it, but he may not. If he does, he's gonna ask for a lot more money. So like the Yankees are in a weird situation right now. They're talking about trading for Lindor. They want to get Trevor Bauer. There's all kinds of stuff going on. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think that with the guys that the Yankees have coming back, Severino, Domingo Germán, Tommy Kahnle, he's a free agent, but I'm sure they're gonna bring him back.
Probably resign him, I think.
You know, there's so much going on that I think if you're gonna bring all these people in, you can't have guys on the team who lose games for you, because Gary Sanchez loses games straight up. He strikes out with the bases loaded. I see it all the time. He strikes out with the bases loaded. His pop-ups with the bases loaded. Like, he is one of those guys that is always in a big spot, and he just never comes through.
Yep.
And that's the same way I feel about Evan Ingram. I don't want to go back and forth between sports, but Evan Ingram's on the Giants. They throw the ball to him. He's wide open. Now, I used to think this guy's open because he's fast. He's a good route runner, right? He's wide open. Now I think he's wide open because they leave him open because he sucks. He's always open. The ball hits him. Look, watch the tape. Watch the tape. Against the Bucks, the ball is hitting him, and it's, oh my goodness, against the Eagles. Against the Eagles.
Yeah.
We just need one catch from Evan Ingram.
Seals the game.
Hits him in his hands. I shook his hand. I met him. I met the guy.
We did meet him.
He's got big hands. He's a grown man. He plays football, but he doesn't know how to play football. This is what I feel about Gary Sanchez. So they just sell out, right? And quite frankly, me as well as a bunch of other people, we need our blood pressure lowered, not raised. It's hard. The world is in a bad place right now. COVID, election stuff. Don't want to get into that. Everyone's upset. The last thing I need is Gary Sanchez striking out and Evan Ingram dropping the ball. So both of them got to go. But Gary Sanchez is the most urgent.
Yeah.
Because it's the off season. So I think if they offer us, like, all jokes aside, if they offer us like a solid reliever, I don't even know what they're offering. I don't know what his value is because he fell off so bad. They offer us a solid reliever and like a position player or a prospect, just take it. Just get him out of there. I don't know.
So like I was a Gary Sanchez fan when they brought him up.
No, I was too.
Like I was very high on him. Like I bought a jersey for him and everything. Like they used to call him the Kraken. Like he was good. Like
bro,
his first.
You give someone
like,
the Kraken as a nickname, like this guy like released Kraken.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a dope nickname. He sucks.
I was really happy with him and stuff. He's always been like he was a mediocre catcher and then he just got way worse.
So much worse.
But like he's like Ann was saying, like there's really not much you could do with him. He's slow. He's unathletic. The pass balls they kill us. Like
they kill us.
You're giving up free bases and
it's just so frustrating.
You can't even do that stuff in high school ball and college ball. Never mind the major leagues. You give away like free bases, it's gonna be.
And at this point, like the Yankees have so many power hitters. They got Stanton, they got Judge, they got Voit.
They don't really need him.
They don't need him.
No.
That's all he offers is the power bat, and it's every so all. He doesn't. If he caught good enough to justify him being in the lineup, I understand. But now they have Higashioka, who Cole prefers. He hits, at least in terms of average,
yeah, he hits better.
Way better than Sanchez.
He could block. He's unbelievable.
He's a way better defensive catcher. He doesn't have the same arm. Sanchez has a great arm. I'll give Sanchez. He has a fantastic.
I think he has the best catcher's arm.
He has one of the best arms in baseball.
Yeah,
without a doubt. He has a great arm. But that's and the power bat, and that's it. But I would rather have somebody who's more consistent,
Absolutely.
who's more reliable, who's not going to call. I'll take someone who's Higashioka. Sometimes he'll come up in a big spot. He's not going to win you the game, but he's not going to lose you the game. Gary Sanchez, he might win you the game once every 20 games, but once every 5 games, he's putting you in a bad position. He's striking out 3 times a game. So
Pass balls.
yeah, I think it's just time.
Tough.
I think it's just time to let go.
Move on.
Yeah,
Yep, definitely.
It's not like they're paying the guy. He doesn't even have an extension yet. Like they never gave him a big money extension. Like it's not. It's like Stanton. Like okay, Stanton. I love Stanton. I'm the guy. I'm Stanton. I'm like the #1 fan of Stanton. But at least for Stanton, you can justify like he makes all this money. You got to keep him in the lineup. You have to get him to play. But Gary Sanchez, just get rid of him.
Yep.
Or else you're just gonna like they just have this weird like marriage to Gary Sanchez. I don't get it. I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. So yeah. So I'm done with Gary Sanchez for the day. Unless they announce that he's traded or something. That's where it started. Like we got a notification. Gary.
We'll go live.
Yeah, I'll go live.
We'll go live
I'll
if
throw
he's,
a party if Gary Sanchez. It's like free tacos at Taco Bell if Gary Sanchez gets traded. I'll
him
pay,
out of New York.
Hold me to it. I got it. But so as other stuff, who do you want the Yankees to get though? Like for the off season, there's a lot of people available. What do you think we need the most?
I think number one, I think we have to try to re-sign DJ LeMahieu.
Oh, for sure.
That's my biggest thing. I would love to see him come back and dominate as he's been doing with us the past 2 years.
He's the man. DJ's the man.
But in a circumstance that he does end up leaving and signing somewhere else for another team,
I think Cashman's smart enough though. I think he's like, listen,
Absolutely, yeah.
like you whatever you want because bro, like DJ, they had him at third, they had him at first, second, short. Like they move him all around the infield. He's the batting leader. Like it's insane. The dude's like super valuable to the team. So, and a lot of guys they come to New York and they play worse.
Yeah.
DJ came and started playing better, and he was already a great player.
Yeah.
He won the
He's the
won
first
batting title in NLAL.
He's the first player to do that.
First player ever. So,
But like necessities wise, I think we should go out and get either a solid number 2 pitcher. I mean, we all want Trevor Bauer to come to New York. Like,
yeah, we have Severino, but you don't know how he's gonna come back too because he's major surgery.
If we could try to get someone called me, didn't they?
Yeah. I had to reset it. You guys are good though.
Oh, we're good. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I just think like if we get a solid number 2 to pair with Cole and Severino.
Oh yeah, man. Forget it.
I haven't looked at all the names up on the market yet, but I know Charlie Morton is a free agent, and it seems like age doesn't really affect that guy. Like he goes out there and he just wins big game after big game.
Like if he's gonna be our third or fourth guy,
he's insane.
Like you got to bring him in. I think like you said we were talking.
Hopefully
before.
get him cheap. So
Paxton, you said I would
they're
like
probably not
to see
gonna
Paxton back.
Yeah, they might let him walk. I think just because of his injuries and stuff. But we'll see.
It's just that our pitching rotation it's been thin as it is because we had Severino as our number 1 guy. And Severino was good, but if you have Severino as your number 1 guy and then your 2 guy gets hurt or something, then you're screwed. Because so the same thing this year. We got Cole, and Severino got hurt. It's always like we haven't had the full team in full effect.
We'll see. So hopefully this year and everything. But position players wise, obviously, we'd love to see Lindor come play and put some pinstripes on.
Yeah, it's tricky though.
But it's gonna take a lot to get him here, I think. But
what would you give up as far as players like big name? Like cause they're gonna ask for a lot.
Yeah, they are. And I think the best thing the Yankees could probably do for them, and I was listening on TV and stuff like that, and this is just my opinion. I love Torres. I think he's young. He has a very bright future. He had a down year, but injuries played a big part into that.
A weird year.
So definitely a weird year for everyone. But I think if they were to deal for Lindor, they're going to have to trade Torres and maybe even Luke Voit to the Indians. I think they have Carlos Santana over there, and he's older. He's still got a few good years left in him. But
Voigt's valuable, man.
They could DH him, and I think with Luke Voit, you could either DH him, like I said, or you could put him at first. Yeah. But I think if the Yankees do get Lindor, they somehow have to try to keep LeMahieu, and
yeah.
slide someone else into that first base or put someone else at second base. But they'll figure it out.
I hope so. I'm so iffy about giving up Voit, man, because I like Voit. I like Voit's attitude. He's like a leader on the team.
I honestly don't think they're gonna get Lindor.
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna happen. But there's talks of it, so we'll see. But
I mean, this is when Nick would really benefit from being here. He's a Mets fan. I think Lindor ends up on the Mets.
I think the Mets do sign
I think he ends up on
two
the Mets.
big name players. They just got Cohen as their new owner.
Yeah.
And
They're not afraid.
he just said he's looking ready to spend, and
Yeah.
he said if he doesn't win a World Series in the next 3 to 5 years,
Yeah, it's like a failure.
he'd be disappointed.
Yeah.
So
they're gonna go all in.
They're gonna make some moves, and so I'm excited for the new year coming up with everything.
Yeah, I'm curious, man. I just like this year was weird. I don't. Did they announce if they're doing 60 games again or what are they?
No,
doing?
they'll probably
regular.
Yeah, they'll try to do it.
Yeah. So I think that'll give us a real tell of who's
Real
who
season,
and,
yeah.
like who's where. But I think I would like to see the Yankees go after Lindor. I definitely want to make sure we keep DJ. Want to make sure we keep Voit. Those are my guys. Like I like dudes that they're like real baseball players. You could tell they're real passionate and they play the game the right way.
Go
Like
out there
you
and
say
play.
what you want. Like I love Judge. I love Stanton. But I mean, Judge not so much. Stanton, there's like a lot of these power guys. Like they're not like the way you're taught to play baseball when you're growing up. Like they don't really exemplify that. Like they're not hitting for average. They're
It's
not
different now.
drawing walks.
It's
They're
different now.
just there to hit home runs.
Yep.
And so I like dudes who can come up for us in a big spot. Gio Urshela is like the most clutch dude on the Yankees. Like he comes through whenever they need him to. Voigt's clutch. DJ's clutch. One of the guys I want to see the Yankees go after is Michael Brantley. I saw that.
Interesting name.
He hits for high average. He's a good outfielder. He's a good fielder.
The Astros have Springer and Brantley both free agents.
Yep.
Well,
or one of them might be for. I believe they're for both free agents. Yeah.
we'll see.
So I mean, our outfield is fielding wise is a little iffy. When Judge gets hurt,
Gardner's gone.
Gardner's gone. Yeah.
Appreciate everything
Thank you,
he did,
Gardner. Yeah.
but
it's
time.
It was over, my boy.
It's time. It was a great
hang it
run.
up.
Yep.
Hang it up.
Yep.
I don't want to see him play for another team. Hang it up.
Nope.
Didi, I saw people saying that we might bring Didi back if we get rid of Glaber.
Yeah.
Which I would be fine with that. If we don't get
Yeah, but
Lindor.
if we get rid of Glaber, Lindor's going to be there. So.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if LeMahieu does walk from the Yankees and signs somewhere else with another team,
Could be the Mets.
I think Didi could come back and fill in a
with
role.
with Lindor.
Well, no, if they.
Oh, you mean?
Because if they put Torres back at second, where he's more comfortable at, and put Didi back at shortstop. Because listen, there will never be another Derek Jeter
I'll never.
on the Yankees. But the time that Didi came and he did what he was supposed to do.
I love Didi.
And he was out there to play.
That was my guy, man.
He hit decent average, but he was great defensively, and he came through for us in some big spots.
Oh yeah.
So, and it's nice to have that left-handed bat in the lineup,
Oh, yeah.
especially at a.
But that's the
short
thing. We
porch.
also don't have that many left-handed batters in the lineup at all. It's
Well, that's
big
why they're
right-
saying Lindor would be great
Yeah.
too. But it's hard to. It's really hard to tell.
Teams like the Rays that have good left-hand pitchers, they dominate the Yankees. And then the Yankees will hit a home run here and there and make you forget about it. But like the Yankees will go 5-6 innings against a team like the Rays and not hit anything. Charlie Morton, Blake Snell. Well, not so much.
They struggled this
I
year.
mean, Glasnow is. What are you gonna do? Glasnow destroys
I don't know.
the Yankees.
We'll see.
Next year's gonna be different for sure. That's 100%. Might as well just cover all the sports here, right? Basketball. I'm also a Knicks fan.
I'm not really.
Yeah, Nick's
into it
also a
too
Knicks
much.
fan. I feel bad.
Yeah.
I keep leaving him out of these conversations where he would really thrive. But it is what it is. He got to talk about his Vikings a little bit.
He'll be back.
He'll be back shortly.
Yeah.
As far as the Knicks go, it was another weird season. The Knicks haven't played in 9 months because they didn't invite the bad teams to the bubble.
They should be
They've played
rested.
9 months. So they're talking about the Knicks. They want to trade for Chris Paul. They want to trade for Russ. They want to trade for Oladipo. See, I'm used to this. I'm a Knicks fan. I deal with it every year. Every year. Last year was KD and Kyrie. Last year I believed it, though. I believed that at first. I was like, yo, we're getting KD, we're getting Kyrie, we're getting Zion. And you know what? We got RJ Barrett. That was it, right? We got RJ Barrett. We got like Wayne Ellington, right? That's cool. Julius Randle. Good player. Great player.
I don't know.
Get rid of them all. As far as the Knicks go, if they want to trade for Chris Paul is one of my favorite players ever. He's like number 4 on my all-time favorite players list. Like currently, he's like my favorite player in the league. Him and Carmelo. I'd love to have Carmelo back. But Knicks, make it happen. I'm not paying. The MSG is like either the first or second highest ticket prices in the NBA, and the other team is the Warriors. And then I think the Lakers makes the top 3.
Yeah.
The Lakers just won a ring, and the Warriors are a dynasty. The Knicks suck. So I'm not paying top dollar to sit in the nosebleeds of MSG and see little tiny people running around, and those tiny people are RJ Barrett. Look, RJ, no disrespect. Actually, I like RJ Barrett. I don't want to single RJ out. Frank Ntilikina. No disrespect. I'm not a professional hooper. I don't play basketball. But look, it's the Knicks. They play in the greatest city in the world, in one of the greatest stadiums of the world. They're still the most valuable franchise in the NBA. You got to give us a better product. So if they want to trade their first round pick this year, they have the 8th pick. They want to trade it for Russ. They want to trade it for Chris Paul. I'm all for it.
Really? You think
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Because who are they going to get with number 8?
Yeah.
You might get Cole, Anthony, who I like, but a lot of people before the college basketball season, he was like top, like one of the top 3 picks. Now he got injured a lot. He came back, didn't look the same. He has a lot of weird injuries, like kind of unlucky.
Yeah.
Like if they want to give up their first round pick this year for Russ, for CP3, for Oladipo too, I really don't care. Just give me something to watch the Knicks about. Like we need something. They got a lot of new people. They have a new coach, Tom Thibodeau. They got a lot of new people coming in. The problem is James Dolan. That'll never change. But we know that already. So I just need Yankees are good, disappoint every year. Giants bad, also disappoint every year. Knicks suck, disappoint every year. I need something to be excited about.
Yeah.
I need something. In New York, it's bad for New York right now. It's really bad. It's like right now I think is the worst time ever to be a New York sports fan, and I'm just a fan of every New York team, or all my teams are from New York. I'm not a fan of every New York team. Like I said, I will never support the Jets. They're miserable, but it's rough, man. It's bad. It's really bad. So I remember the days with Derek Jeter, Mo. Who do we have now? Right, we're about to lose DJ. He's one of those guys. DJ is one of those guys. Like DJ is one of those dudes.
If he stays with the Yankees,
he's like a Hall of Fame kind of guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't get rid of those guys.
If he keeps playing at the rate he is, and he'll
win 1 or 2 rings.
Yeah,
he gets his number in the park.
There, yeah.
Straight up.
You just gotta keep him there. If you keep DJ there, you'll keep a lot of Yankee fans happy. Tell you that.
Keep me happy. And the worst thing is like the Mets are coming up. Same thing that's happened with the Nets in Brooklyn. Like they're trying to take over the Knicks spot. They got KD, they got Kyrie, which is horrible because the Knicks were supposed to get them. So they kind of they kind of screwed us. It is what it is. But I still don't think they're the number 1 team. The Knicks are still the team, and I don't think that will ever happen with the Yankees either. I don't think the Mets could ever. It's not happening. Let's just be honest. But if they start winning rings, because the Yankees have been competitive for the last 4 years now. They've had good teams for the last 4 years now. Few of the years, we lost to better teams, the Astros or whatever.
Yeah, we came up short though a couple times.
We're close, but if the Mets just come out of nowhere and win a ring,
we need something to push us over.
We need something. So, give me something. Give me something. Just anything.
Yeah, man.
Anything.
I think that even though there's a lot of people on MLB Network are scared about the Mets overcoming the Yankees, signing a lot of guys. They're going to get people, but I just, like you said, I don't see them, overtaking that Yankee,
it's impossible.
that Yankee way in, New York.
At this point, it's just not possible. It's just not. I don't want to sound unfair, but it's just the truth. The Yankees are the Yankees.
Yep.
The Mets, they made it to the World Series in 2015. The day after the World Series, everybody forgot about it. So, let's just be real here. So it's not the Jets, Giants, it's kind of closer. I would say the Giants have an edge over the Jets, as far as their legacy and their, being an established franchise. But it's closer than the Yankees, Mets, Knicks, Nets. These teams are the biggest teams in their sport, or brands in the sport. Everyone wears that. No disrespect. You don't see people walking around with Mets hats. It's just the truth. They got the same logo. They got the same logo, different font, but the Yankees hat just hits different. I'm sorry, it's the truth.
Tradition.
It's the truth. Jay-Z doesn't wear Mets hats. He wears Yankees hats. Honestly, it's the truth. 50 Cent, Yankees hats.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't hate the Mets though, and I have a lot of friends that are Mets fans. Nick's a Mets fan. Alex is a Mets fan. Shout out to Nick and Alex. I mean, I got people in my family. I have a lot of Mets fans in my family. I wouldn't be mad if the Mets became a good team and started winning the NL East. I would be happy for them, you know. And for Nick, they deserve it. They go through a lot as well. The Mets are like the Giants of baseball. Honestly,
Definitely, they keep it close and
they just always come up
blow
short.
it in ninth with Edwin Diaz.
But I don't want to see the Mets win before the Yankees.
Nah.
I would never want.
Oh,
that.
no.
So you know,
Definitely
if they
not.
get a few people, if they get Lindor, congrats. They get Trevor Bauer, congrats. Have fun. You know what I'm saying? But don't be better than the Yankees. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Just being biased here, but it's the truth. You know. So yeah, I don't know. I wish we need to come back so we could talk about the Mets a little bit more. He knows more. I mean, I keep up with it, but I don't. You know, it's the Mets. So.
I don't know.
Anything else you want to get off your chest?
No, I mean
I want to do an outro.
We're just going.
I'm looking forward to. I mean, I love watching football whenever it's on TV.
Yeah,
so looking forward to tonight's game.
No better season than football season. Straight up.
Who's playing tonight?
Titans Colts.
Titans,
We got was it 8:20?
Yeah. Usually.
I don't know where the game is at. I don't know who's home.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, but
Argentina's going to play at 7. That's why I got that.
AFC South showdown, and
I'm gonna watch it.
we'll see who comes out. I got Titans. I think stopping Derrick Henry is going to be the biggest thing for them, and then you get Tannehill going into play action.
Colts had a bad game against the Ravens, so
Yeah.
we'll see how they bounce back. But
Like I said, you get Tannehill going into play action, hit A.J. Brown and Jonnu Smith.
peace.
It might be
GG.
tough.
GG.
Darius Leonard, great player,
He's the
great
guy.
linebacker. He
He's the
could
guy.
he could definitely make a difference in a game,
Make
but
that man a giant.
I think
Make it.
I think he just doesn't do enough tonight to get it done, and I
Yeah.
think Philip Rivers doesn't either.
Philip Rivers, man.
Yeah,
A
he
lot of kids.
fell
lot of
off,
kids.
but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Let me do an outro. All right, so just want to say thank you to everybody. I know it's been a while since we've last had any episodes or content. We're gonna try to be more consistent with it. You know, we got new member of the gang, whole new setup, whole new location, whole lot of new things to talk about. We'll be back soon. Appreciate it. If you could just like, share, subscribe. You know, tell everybody, watch. Just be, you know.
We'll try to do maybe like a poll or something on all our Instagrams.
We'll be more active.
if
promise.
you guys want us to talk about certain stuff, more
It's
than
been a
happy
rough
to.
year
Yeah.
for everybody. It's been a rough couple months for
Want to hear about
sports.
your team, anything, and that's it. So
So just thank
cool.
you again.
Thank you.
See you next time.